Okay, I want to go over the new network feature I've added. This is called the Network Codec and Convert. So this is meant to save you a whole bunch of time. If you're running your local home lab and you're serving a whole bunch of video files, movies, whatever, like your local network storage, like for example, I run a QNAP and I run all my multimedia on there. It's a Linux-based system. Here's the interface. So I'm logged in using File Station over here. So the path is multimedia A tests. Here's the network folder. And then, so this is about SMB connections. You would make sure that SMB is obviously activated in your network settings on your machine that you're going to be using. So you just connect. We're already connected here. So this is it. Multimedia A test, and it matches multimedia A test. Okay, so we're gonna basically choose here it is. This is a 305 megabyte file, so it isn't too bad. And then we want to convert this to a H.264, but we want to use Video Toolbox as fast as possible. Okay, and then we basically press start. So then the first thing it's gonna do is it's gonna download the file for us from the network share, your home lab machine, whatever it is that's running on your local area network. So that's the key to remember here. This is set up for local area network. You know, it's not really meant to be used over internet. I am contemplating using like an SFTP option, so you can log in anywhere to anywhere. But it's just something that's floating in the back of my mind right now. I haven't decided on that yet. So it finished. It finished downloading, and now it's saying converting the H.264 video box. As you guys can see, I picked the preset in fast on purpose so that we don't wait too long, but I also wanted to have like a realistic test to show how this works. So as this is working, let's close this guy. By the way, as this is working, this is my website, FFmpeg Commander. This is where you can go. There's a bunch of information, obviously what it does, how to buy it, bundle deal if you want it for Mac and Windows 11. Linux, there actually is a version of Linux, but I'm not confident enough to release it because Linux is a little bit more complicated story. There's many variations of Linux, and I just don't know how it's going to behave. Like, I used Ubuntu and my work behaved fine on Ubuntu. On some other version of Linux, it might not behave. I'm just not in a position to be able to support that. And people, you know, they expect it to work, so because obviously spending money on it. So then I will have to certify it only for certain versions of Linux, and then say, you know, you're on your own for other versions, so it most likely work. But if it doesn't work, too bad, I guess. You know, that wouldn't be a very good customer experience. So that's why I haven't released that. But anyway, if you go here, there's all the different guides. Like I just did this one here. You can read about it, what it does. This is what we're doing right now. Okay, but you can reach me here as a support ticket. You can get in touch with me. You can buy it, support later, or ask me any pre-sales questions. It's all in here. How it works, you know, what systems operating, like I said, Windows 11, Mac OS. It's all here. Okay. So converting, we're at 78%, looks like. Yes, I frequently listen to the local public radio. I actually enjoyed radio now quite a bit. I spend quite a bit of time, and it's completely free. Doesn't cost anything. Yeah, you should go and support your local PBS station without sounding like a left-wing liberal. You should. Okay, 98%. Now it's copying the result of the network share. Okay, so let's just make sure this is our network share. So let's see what happens after it finishes. I'm on my local LAN. I'm using the Wi-Fi connection. I'm actually in the attic of my house. So this is not the fastest connection even in my house. There's a good amount of distance between the actual machine and Wi-Fi signal. Okay, so it's copied it. Done. Wrote next to the original. Okay. Let's refresh this. Here it is, H264. It wasn't set to auto refresh. So this is the original next to the original, just like it said. Review it. So now you would play it, spend some time with it. There's no need to rush. Play the video file, make sure it's the right quality that you want, and if not, you can go back here and change it. You can code it again. Review it, then choose replace the original or discard the new file. So if you don't like the new file, you obviously click discard. If you want to keep the original, replace the original, okay, we're going to do that. Replace, original kept as timelines backup. Okay, let's refresh this again. Here's the original as backup, and this is your new one now. Now, the new one keeps the original name as your, as the original one. So now, if everything is cool, look at the file sizes. If you're sure, then you can delete your backup. Delete the backup. Backup deleted. Let's refresh this. There it is. And you can see that's a much bigger file size. So that's what it is. That's how it works. I pretty much done it as a convenience factor so that you don't have to log into your NAS like I would have to log into it, find a file, obviously select it, right click on it, download it, wait for download, then I have to go here, choose file, select the file, then pick the codec and convert. There's nothing wrong with that process, and also it supports batch processing as well. But this is just a convenient thing because you quickly just connect to your local network share, pick the file. The codec will be remembered from last time. So if you wanted to use the same presets, you can, and just press start, and it does all these things in order and tells you what it is. So, and after a while, after you get used to it, you might not want to spend the time to verify things, but I still think you should. And you should have a backup for your original data, especially if you spend a bunch of time on it, gathering it up. Okay, so that's it for this video. Cheers.